Hello, this is a Cage Dragon. Welcome to another video. Today I'll be going over the skills XP, different miscellaneous ones like mining, farming, and fishing. Alright, to start with, I'll be going over the mining section, and here we have, of course, the Heart of the Mountain, the Commission Milestones, Crystal Nucleus Runs, Peak of the Mountain, and Rock Milestones. Of these, one of these is the most passive of all because doing almost anything else here will get you it, and that would be the Rock Milestones. In a previous video where I was covering the ores mined for the event with coal, I mentioned that you will be mining a lot of ores, more than you need for this, as this is only about 250,000 ores mined. Meanwhile, when you go to the mining fiesta, it caps at 1,000,000 ores mined. So if you're passively doing this, you will be able to easily get yourself your legendary rock pet with no problem at all, and each tier here will give you an extra 20 Skyblock XP. Now, going from in order here, we have Heart of the Mountain. To level up the Heart of the Mountain, you'll be going over to this guy right here. There are 7 different kings. Talking to all 7 of them will give you a unique talisman you can only get from this method. And here you will do commissions. To start with, you will only have 2, but as you do more commissions, you will unlock the here at this one, you'll unlock another commission slot after you've done 100 commissions, which will give you slot 3, which will be the same as whatever slot 1 is. These are mining ores and stuff like that. And then the second and fourth ones are for events only. And to get the fourth one, you have to level up your Peak of the Mountain. Now, every day, these have a daily bonus, as you can see here, granting extra mithril powder. Now, when you are not Heart of the Mountain 7 like I am, you also get a bonus amount of Heart of the Mountain XP. Dwarven Mine Commissions will give you 100 normally and a bonus 900 on a daily. The Crystal Hollows will give you 400 and another bonus 900 if it's your first 4 of the day. I would highly recommend getting at least the first 4 daily until you get to yourself Heart of the Mountain 7, when you will finally have this maxed out. Now, this is very helpful as you can make a lot of money mining, but there's also this XP here to be gained. As you can see, every level will give you an increasingly gaining in XP from 35 to 45, 60, 75, 90, and then it starts jumping up by 20 to 110 and 130. Furthermore, whenever you gain mithril or gemstone powder, you'll gain so much scout XP per powder until they hit 350,000, and then you'll get an exponentially decreasing amount of XP for powder above the cap until you hit the next cap here, so that you can get a total amount of 1,625 XP from the Heart of the Mountain and powders. Now, one of the other things here is to unlock the Peak of the Mountain. As I mentioned here, you have to spend powder. As you can see here, I do not have it level 7 because it cost me 750,000 powder. Now, right now, I could get more Skyblock XP if I did that, seeing as in this right here, we can see the amount here is 1 XP for 2,500 until 350,000 powder, which that amount until it decreases exponentially is 140 XP. So by now I probably could buy it and still have enough gemstone powder left. However, it is very unadvised as you need the powder to get other Heart of the Mountain perks to make it easier to get more powder. For example, when you get Heart of the Mountain 7, you can start gaining extra mithril and gemstone powder. Meanwhile, Peak of the Mountain 7 does not help you get this at all. It just gives you 1 token of the mountain. However, getting Peak of the Mountain 6 is very useful, as you will get an extra 2 base gemstone powder when mining gemstone and cost you 500,000 gemstone powder. Now, the best ways to get powder is going to be, if you're just going for 1 powder at a time, mining mithril in the dwarven mines or in the crystal hollows in certain spots with a good route, or mining gemstones if you just want the gemstone powder. Now, other than that though, there is not really much else to do to get powder than just mining. However, if you want to go for both of them, a commonly known thing is to get any kind of pickaxe into the crystal hollows and just mine in a straight line, or just mine everywhere if you don't care about getting Skathas. Some people want to go for Skathas. And you will just mine and find chests. another thing in the heart of the mountain towards the higher levels here is you can have the Great Explorer, which will create an extra chance to find treasure, as well as Mole, which will increase how many Hearthstone blocks you mine every time you mine something. Both of those are very useful, as treasure chests will spawn when you break a Hearthstone block, so you should make sure to go for Hearthstone blocks and then maybe the treasure after that. You'll also want to make sure to get some extra powders, as that will help you increase more and you can get high amounts of powder just from one single chest. Sadly, this is the fastest way. I would recommend that if you see any 2x powder events active, to go for it at that time. Now, the next section here is going to be the commission milestones. As I showed right here, there are already some rewards, as including all of this mining XP, going from 100,000, 200,000, 400,000, 800,000, 1,600, and then 2.4 million mining XP. It is very helpful to get these, as well as the Royal Pigeon unlocked at 500, so you can instantly call this guy just by clicking on it. And then there's also the travel scroll to the crystal nucleus at level 6. This is very useful for when you're doing stuff in the crystal hollows, as you can just do /warp nucleus and with a pass on, of course, and that will take you to the center. Now, another thing here at 250, you'll get the Dwarven Mines pass, which will allow you to do /warp mines, and you will spawn here at the Dwarven Mines. There are also all these emissaries like this one right here, which will bring you to the exact same menu, which you unlock at the first 3 milestones and none after that. Alright, the next thing here is the Crystal Nucleus runs, which will give you 4 Skyblock XP per Nucleus run until you have 50 runs, which is 200 Skyblock XP or 2 levels. To do a Nucleus run, you go into the Crystal Hollows, and you have 5 different gemstones here that you want to place into the center, and then you get a bunch of rewards over here. To find them, these ones each are next to their entrance, like this one right here. You find the Lost Precursor City on this section of the map. This one right here, you find the Mines of Devon somewhere in that corner of the map. As you can see on the top left of my screen, I have a map that separates it for different sections of the Crystal Hollows. This one right here, you'll find the Jungle Temple. On here, I have coordinates already going for other people finding them. And in here, you have to find first the Goblin King, feed him 3 goblin eggs, and he'll cover you in his stench, so you can get the crystal from the Goblin Queen's den. That's how you do the 4 main ones. As you can see, though, there are only 4 sections in the nucleus, but there are 5 crystals. To find this one, it is going to be somewhere below all of these, where you have the magma fields right here, and you'll be looking for a place called Khazad-dûm, and that's where you will fight Ball with a chance to strike a Ball pet as well. Now, doing these is very useful, as you also have the chance to drop a Devon's Alloy, which is worth hundreds of millions of coins. Although it is pretty rare, it is not based on your own RNG. It goes by however many people have not dropped it in the entire server. It'll increase until someone drops it, and then it'll reset to the basic drop amount rarity. Alright, next up we have the farming task, starting with Anita's shop upgrades, which you can see her right here. She also can be found in the garden, and the shop upgrades is going to be your farming level cap, which you need to get unique gold medals in contests to open. It will also cost you gold medals and Jacob tickets, originally starting off with 1 gold medal and a set amount of tickets, but it will start increasing as you get to a higher farming cap level. The other upgrade you can get from her is extra farming jobs, which will also increase. As you can see, mine already cost me 5 gold medals. It used to cost me just 1 at a low level. These things right here, all of the tools and other items you can buy from Anita, do not give you any shop XP. It is entirely from these 2 items that give you XP. Now, all the rest of the options here in the farming task are going to be in the garden, so make sure you have this unlocked at Skyblock level 5, starting with the garden level, which can be seen right here. Getting this up is very important, as you unlock all these different crops that you can place your plots for, which is, you should have figured that out through your guide when you had to clear out plot 1, 2, 3, or 4 to complete the starter quest for Sam. Now, you can plot. When you go to one of these plots, I can click right here. You have all of these basic preset ones, and then you can also create your own later on when you get to that point. Now, to do that, of course, you must You might want to edit it first, but to get different crops, you have to level up. Going from level 1, you immediately lock, and then there's all these other ones. Each upgrade here for garden level will give you an extra 10 Skyblock XP and 10% crop growth after level 1, so it's only really level 2 to 15, which is why it's 14 times, as well as 14 times for the crop growth. Each level here will give you either potentially visitors until you get to a certain level, being 10, and then you don't gain any more visitors. However, you still get crop upgrades, which is for this section right here, where you'll increase your farming fortune. Now, the farming fortune, as also seen here, the crop upgrades will give you 5 Skyblock XP per one of these. So getting these up to a certain point is going to be worth it. But then towards the end here, these do cost you over 300 million coins for this one at 6,000 coins per copper. And this one will cost you double that to get all 10 of them upgraded. So it is very expensive towards the end and not as worth it unless you plan on farming a lot. There's also going to be the unique garden visitors served and offers accepted. So you of course have your visitors logbook right here with a whole bunch of visitors in it. Now every time you get a new visitor you haven't spoken to show up onto this island here, and you complete a trade with them, and then it will give you a new unique visitor, which will progress you to your unique visitor milestone. Although it may say that the cap for the Skyblock XP on the unique visitors is 96, there are not enough visitors for that. As you can see here, mine is 7 out of 10 to the next one. However, I have unlocked all but one. These ones have actually unlocked. It just doesn't say it. They have visited. I have had all of these guys here. The only one I haven't had is the Spaceman, because I need garden level 15. Which is another reason to level up your garden, as you will get all these unique visitors, which will help you get unique visitor milestones. Furthermore, there is also going to be the offers accepted. Every time you accept one of these offers, that'll increase your total amount of offers accepted, which does not show here, but you can filter it by complete at least one offer, or how many offers are accepted is how you can filter them, and you can see just how many times they've had their offers accepted. Now, one of the good things about this is in the SkyMart you will see there is this Lotus set, which gets a piece bonus for all of them being the exact same on how many visitor offers you have accepted. As you can see here, I've done over 1,500, which is getting me 11 bonus farming fortune. This will be tiered up as you do more and more. Now the next XP method here will be crop milestones, which these are for how much of the crop you have farmed in the garden. Some pretty easy ones to level up are going to be melon, carrots, and potatoes, as well as probably cocoa beans and netherwort and wheat, as they drop a lot at the time, but melon's going to be the easiest. As you can see here, I've already collected 20 million. Cactus, I simply farmed a lot to get it that high, but as you get them higher XP, this will give you garden and farming XP to help you level up, and the first few levels are generally pretty easy, as you only need to get a few thousand to level it up to 10, and you could probably do that just by farming a single plot. Speaking of plots, the next thing here is going to be about how every single garden plot here will give you 5 Skyblock XP when you unlock it, every single one, as well as 3 farming fortune. So getting so many of these as you can afford is going to be very useful for all that farming fortune you can get, as there are a lot of plots to buy, a total of 24. So getting as many as you can is going to be worth it, as you can get over 70 farming fortune and a lot of Skyblock XP. Next up in the fishing task, there is the trophy fish and dolphin milestones. Now, first of all, I'll go over the trophy fish XP amounts. Every single bronze will give you 4, silvers will give you 8, gold will give you 16, and diamond will give you 32. Now, even if you get a higher rarity and you do not have the prior rarities, you do not gain the Skyblock XP. However, if you are talking to this guy and you're looking at his rewards, you will count for all prior ones. So if I were to have fished up a diamond but not a gold, I will meet the gold requirements. Or like I have done with one of mine, I fished up a gold slugfish, but I have never fished up a silver one. I still qualify for these silver rewards. Now, the person right here, Auditor, inside of the volcano, over at the very top in the Crimson Isle, is where you will talk to for all of your trophy fish. This is where you can fillet them to get a whole bunch of magma fish. He'll show you all of the ones you have and where to catch them. If you have not caught them before, it won't show you. However, you can still see somewhat of the information that it has. There's of course also these rewards you can get. Once you have I believe it was 15 bronze, you get the bronze trophy hunter set, which will allow you to fish up trophy fish or any other treasures without having any sea creatures spawn, which is very useful once you hit fishing 27. If you get fishing 27 before you have this, I would recommend trying to get it soon, as you will want to get silver trophy fisher and bronze trophy fisher for some sea creatures. Being on bronze you get the the Thunder, and on silver you get Lord Jabus. Now, if you're not fishing 27, I would recommend trying to get bronze trophy fisher before you get up to level 27. As I have said, you will be fishing up sea creatures if you get past this, and getting sea creature chance low enough to get enough of these is going to be very painful. These will also give you a auger tooth going up in rarity and up half a sea creature chance each tier. This is a very useful thing as it goes all the way up to epic, which recombobulator will be a legendary accessory, and although this one takes a while, it is still something to go for. Another tip people have is to star your armor, as I have done right here. I forgot mine's silver now. So when you star it at bronze, it costs a lot cheaper than starring it at any of the later tiers. So then you can salvage it once you get to your diamond trophy fisher or whatever one you want to stop at, and you'll get a whole bunch of trophy fish and other essence off of this. Another thing that is unlocked at bronze and silver trophy fisher is a sack for them to go in, so you don't have to have them in your inventory. Now, the last one here being the dolphin milestones is pretty easy to get, as you just have to kill sea creatures for this. You will get this just by leveling up your fishing level, which I have also recommended prior to make sure to do it during Marina, as you will be getting a lot more fishing wisdom, and you can also get your sharks at the same time, which is a lot of sea creatures to help you get your dolphin pet. Well, that was all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed and learned something about Skyblock XP here. Have a good rest of your day. Goodbye.